That was easy.
This is what people do who don't have problems with third parties. Hey guys, I'm Jasmine with Manifest a Specific Person Fast, and this is going to be another third party video. I have a couple of these out already. At the end of the video, I'm going to have a playlist for you guys with all of my videos on third parties. This video is going to be a step-by-step, so 5 steps to manifest a specific person, even if there's a third party involved. First of all, I just want to tell you guys, this is really super simple, super easy, and these 5 steps are really fail-safe and foolproof. Just know that it's not difficult. It's not difficult, it's easy, there's nothing to it. Make sure that you stay tuned until the end of the video because once I get going, I'm gonna let you guys in on some extra bonus tips, what not to do, and I'm gonna give you that third party meditation and my playlist. Step 1 might not be the most obvious to you guys, but if you are skipping this step, you are going to find doing anything else and following any of the rest of the steps and feeling the way that you want to feel to be utterly impossible, probably. This is the most important thing if you're manifesting anything, and that is overall influence. You want to make sure that you're putting the right influences in your mind. You want to create an atmosphere within yourself that leans on the side of positive and errs on the side of optimistic. Things like scary movies, tragic stories, anything confrontational, any negativity that you're observing, watching videos, news, input conversations, people in your life, anything skeptic, anything critical, you want to try to eliminate those things as much as possible, because the more that you are focused on those things are all full of oppositional ideas and negative ideas. And how are you going to think positively about your specific person if you're surrounded by negative things in general, and if that's kind of normal for you, your normal range of where you hang out in your thought process, in what's normal for you in your mental body, right? And your emotional body. You want optimism to become a lot more normal and natural. So that means that you need to be surrounding yourself with anything that's not negative. It doesn't mean that you have to be watching Disney movies and singing Over the Rainbow or something like that. But like, I always prime myself and prime my mind, besides with meditation, which I am going to have a third party meditation ready for you guys at the end of the video. But I always prime myself throughout my day and in the morning with positive things that are affirming the life that I want to lead and create, things that are making it feel to me like the things that I want to be prevalent in my life are prevalent in life and are easy to get. So you want to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with stories of people who, success stories, people that are together, people that, and it's not just about romance, it is about everything in general. So you cannot skip step 1. It is very, very important to basically try to control not only your own thoughts, but your thoughts are controlled by the outer influences that you put into your mind to begin with. So give yourself a leg up in the whole thing, in the whole process. If you have been struggling with a third party situation, and you haven't actually been doing this part, this could just change your whole life, and actually it does. It's just basically being very mindful of what influences that you're putting in, what you're surrounding yourself with. Ask yourself, is this something that I want in my life? And if it's not, if it's anything that would make you feel skeptic or fearful or negative or bad in any way, there is no reason to put it into your mind. It's not going to help you create the positive relationship expectations and manifestations that you want. Step 2 is give it no importance. Now, I have probably mentioned this in my other 2 videos, but I'm going to define it a little bit more in this video because I see people trying to apply this concept, but they're not actually applying the concept even though they know about it and they're making the effort. So I'm going to define a little bit more what it actually means to give it no importance. Here's an example of something that I see people doing that is not actually applying this concept, but they're trying. Okay, so for instance, the person would, like, in the group, let's say on Facebook, they would tell the story of the third party situation, and then they would be like, yeah, and I don't care because this person's gonna be mine and there is no third party. But you mentioned it and you felt it was important enough to talk about, and you just couldn't help but to talk about it and bring it up and even give it a name. So just by doing that, you already gave it importance, and this is just the evidence of you giving it importance in your mind. This is the evidence of you saying to yourself, the third party is there, the third party is there, there's another person there. That's the evidence of you being convinced of that you just can't even leave it out of your story and you just can't not talk about it. Literally, you have to feel as though they're not even there. That's what no importance means. Another example that I see people do is they'll mention it and then they'll say, yeah, but I'm not acknowledging that. You already acknowledged it. You already felt that it was important enough to talk about and then say, yeah, but I'm not acknowledging that. You're acknowledging it. So when I say no importance and don't acknowledge it, I mean like forget about it completely. Like you forgot about it because it's that not important that you could allow yourself to forget about it because it means nothing. This is what people do who don't have problems with third parties. They just don't even acknowledge them to begin with. They forgot about it. They don't have a name. They don't talk about it at all. They don't mention it. It doesn't come to mind. Like it's completely not even there for them. That's what it means to give it no importance. Step 3 is reorient yourself to what is really going on. So your person is just an animation of you, a manifestation of you. Everyone and everything is you pushed out. You're the god of your reality, and everybody else outside of you is just reflecting you. So this is your person. They are completely an animation of you, a bot in a box. You don't change the person, you change your concept of the person by changing your thoughts, the way that you think about the person, and that's the person that they become. That's the person that they become. So you can probably remember a time when you were afraid that they would have a third party, right? As easily as you created the current situation, you can create a totally different situation just by giving it a different type of attention than what you gave it before. Just reorient yourself. Oh yeah, I'm the god of my reality. There's no opposing force. There's nobody creating but me. And just remember, the more that you are looking to an outside causation and pointing to it and thinking that it's the cause for what is happening, the less that you can do about it. So if you say, yeah, well, we would be together, but there's this third party thing, you can't do anything about that from that state because that is completely victim mentality state. Okay, there is no causality outside of your mind. And when you recognize that, then you can do something about it. Since your mind is the only thing causing it, the only thing that's going to change it is changing your mind. So reorient yourself and remind yourself of that so that you're no longer focused on the outside causation or the seemingly outside causation. You're no longer fooling yourself into thinking that this has anything to do with anything, because it doesn't. This has everything to do with everything. So this is what you go back to. This is what you work on. This is what you focus on. This is what you change. This is the only thing doing it all. The more you talk about the story, the less that you know. It doesn't matter. Tell a different story that emphasizes importance on different things. Step 4 is just know that it's going to happen. Even if you're not there yet, even if you're not feeling it yet, even if you feel like you're not manifesting it, no matter where you feel like you're at in this journey, no matter if you feel like you're doing good, bad, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just know that, well, I'm on my way to it, and It's going to unfold. The ideas are going to come to me. The inspirations are going to come to me. I know that one way or another, I'm manifesting this. I know that I'm on my way to it. I know that the universe is going to help it unfold for me. I'm going to be given the information that I need. Every answer that I need will come. I know that I'm going to have some revelations on this. I know that I'm going to figure it out. I know that this is unfolding for me and I'm moving towards this in some way, shape, or form, one step at a time, whether I feel like it or not. I am making headway on this. Just know that no matter what. A big important thing is that you really need to be able to relax and feel peaceful as much as you possibly can. This is something that you can acknowledge that will help you to do that. Step 5, and this is the final step for a very important reason. It's because it's a very important step and it's the step that really makes it pop into place and makes it happen. Step 5 is you want to practice the feeling of the end. You want to capture the feeling of the fully fledged out manifested result. What is the feeling of that end? What is that end? Your assumptions about the end are going to be congruent with your feelings. So if you don't really know how to feel the end, assume the end and then kind of tap into the feeling that is coming about for you when you do that. The thing about it is everything else that you're doing, steps 1, 2, 3, and 4, it's all just so that you can get to this place of living in the end and feeling the end and living from the end and living in the reality of the fully fledged out manifested result in a way that is very familiar to you and close to home for you. You want that feeling to become really familiar. Once you do that, it's happening fast. Like you are well on your way to it. And you will really know when you've hit on that. And everything else that you're doing, you're kind of feeling around to try to get closer to that space. You're feeling around, you're changing your mind, you're seeing what works, what doesn't. You're feeling around to try to get close to that living in the end place. And then finally, you find yourself in a place where you're able to capture what that living in the end feels like for you and is like for you. Once you do that, that's when it's going to manifest inevitably. Everything else is preparing you for that. That's a really important goal to work towards, and that's what you need to know that you're going to get to. Not the manifestation itself, but the ability to feel it real. And yet the ability to feel it real is what makes the manifestation come. Bonus tip here, just acknowledge that you could very well be doing much better than you think that you are. You are probably doing so much better than you think, so much better than you give yourself credit for. It's okay to not feel perfectly all of the time. In fact, you don't really have to feel anything in particular in order for this to manifest. No matter what you feel, this can manifest anyway, as long as you know and believe that. As long as you know and believe that the law or manifesting is going to work for you, as long as you know that it's working for you. You don't have to feel anything in particular. You will notice that this really takes the edge off a little bit. Just knowing, no matter what I think, no matter what I feel, it's still happening. I'm still moving towards it. It's still inevitable. It's still unfolding. There's nothing that I have to do. That is something that you can use even in your darkest moments to help you kind of let go and surrender the worry and be able to just live your life and be okay as if nothing is wrong, right? How do I live as if nothing is wrong? Well, you know that nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. And when you become a little bit calmer and a little bit cooler within yourself, that is taking you where you want to go. If you're watching this video, then like the video because obviously you liked it. Please subscribe for more videos like this. I come out with new videos every Tuesday through Friday, 2 p.m. EST. And if you want to watch my meditation, I'm going to have that around here somewhere for you guys for coaching or to join my online community. Those links are all below. I will see you in the next video.
That was easy.